It's only Mike. Well, I got the front nose back on. The reason I put it on was because I wanted to route the wiring. So that didn't take very long to do that. So I figured I'd do some metal work while I was here, especially this corner here. Like I said in my other video, this corner, or this side of the car, was obviously in a wreck at some point. Well, this panel here was really beat up, so I had a hammer dolly, twist and turn and all that crap. Then I put it up here, and this here lip was bent forward right here. So this was like, I don't know, between a 1/2 inch and a 1/4 inch too far forward. I lined it up here. And then, so what I did was I cut this edge up to somewhere over here. And then there's this is a bracket right here. Anyway, I cut this piece of metal off, right? And then I had to cut, no, actually I didn't have to cut the bracket. The bracket's not attached to this over here. What I did was I tapped this back until it lined up with this one, right? This bracket here, I had to just bend it. It was twisted between here underneath where it holds together. So I just hammered and dollied this bracket to make it straight here. Then when I got this bracket in place, I bolted it on. I hammered and dollied this, like I said, made sure I had this line right. Then I welded this panel back on. This, you can kind of see it. Let's see if you can see it better. Yeah, there it is. I had to weld this piece back on to make it look good. All right, original, I should say. But this panel was really bent. Yeah, this frame rail, I remember this frame rail had a little twist to it also. I had to straighten that out. It wasn't terrible, but I had to straighten that out. I made sure the frame was straight. You know, I did the X. I X'd it in 3 places. Made sure the data line was right, up and down, stuff like that. Made sure the frame was, that when I did the frame, I made sure that the frame was straight. And then, let's see, when I put this front end on, I had to shim that side of the body because for some reason that side had to go up a little bit. But that's, I guess that's 1955 stuff. So I finished welding on that piece. This piece was almost brand new. I know it probably wasn't brand new, but it's never been hit or anything, so that's cool. Let's see, my next thing on the body work, I'm gonna, well, not body work, but I'm just doing the metal work right now. I'm gonna get into this, my next venture. That's gonna be fun, because when I start cutting that apart, I know there's gonna be rust in between. I'm thinking maybe I'm gonna take off this panel here. I more than likely will take this off because of the rust underneath also. And I know there's rust in between, so might as well just do it that way. I like getting rid of the rust so it never comes back. I put all the parts on the front end. I have all those parts. Those are all under there. You can see in there. Pretty cool. This side was a little tight because it was still a little twisted and bent, but I undid that. The only thing is, it's really close to the frame right here. I put a paint stick in between so it doesn't mess up my frame too much. This side's not as bad, but it's touching just a little bit. Let's see. I'm going to weld up those holes that are circled. Actually, they're all going to be welded up. And the area where it's indented here, I'm going to take this off, or not take it off, but I'm going to make this flat. This and this flat, so it's not noticeable. Same with this side. Do all that. Those holes right there, I'm going to weld little 1/4 inch bolts on the outside. Weld up these holes where the bolts are. Then I'm going to put the wire holders, whatever you call them. These things here. These things here are going to go under there. That's where the wiring is going to go for that. And then I'm going to stick the other wiring for this side underneath that. But I have to actually, that middle piece is really twisted. I hammered and dollied that just to get it to where it is now, and I still have more to do. But it's, you know, what are you going to do? This had a big high spot. This is pushed in here, so I had to lower, beat this down with a rubber mallet. You see the black marks in it. Get this to settle down compared to the other side. It's pretty close. That's going to be, you know, this panel here is going to be obviously going to be Bondo and hammer dolly Bondo, basically Bondo, putty, whatever I use. I try not to use too much Bondo if I can help it. Hammer and dolly, I like to get the metal as straight as I can. I mean, I like to, but sometimes you just have to smear that stuff on. I still have to adjust the panels. I think I have to bend this fender to make it fit better because the door is sticking out a little bit. And the door is in a good spot, so the fender is going to be fixed a little bit better. Let's see, interior. I bought me one of these. I bought me a chrome steering column, and I put it in. I ordered a 32 inch. 32 inch is a little bit too long, so I put all that stuff in too. I got the levers for this. They're a little different, but they fit nice and tight, so they work. I put the brand new black tabs on there. They were a little bit long. I had to shave on the inside just so they don't touch each other, because they were touching when I put them together, which was not too bad. I ordered these rings that go around here, but they sent me, I ordered the wrong ones, I should say, because I didn't know exactly what to get. What they sold me was just the I guess the outer part. There was supposed to be an inner part also for the rings. I don't know why they sell them like that, but I bought those and then I had to return them, and they charged me a restocking fee, which is bullshit because they didn't say that I needed the other rings in the ad. Anyway, I don't give a shit about that. Anyway, I fixed this. I got this thing in. I had to reconfigure this thing because it was a little small. I had to add metal to it so it would be good enough to close. I figured out a lot of other stuff too while I was doing it. Yeah, I put the wiring in for this one, the lights. This is the one. I fed it through everywhere to make sure everything went to where I wanted it to go. And I'm just gonna make my own stuff. I drill a hole, made a hole up in the corner there. Let's see if you can see that. Let's see, there it is. Made a hole up there. I'm gonna run the wiring through those holes down there, and then I have to get the wire cover thing. You know, I forget what they call it, but I have to get that. I plugged in that dashboard, so because I think I'm just gonna leave it. Let's see. I have to fit the hood, make sure everything fits. That way I can adjust the hinges to where they go, and I can tighten up the fuse box and finish that stuff. The steering column, I wanted to send it back, but they want to charge me $40, $42 for shipping and 20% restocking fee. So I think I'm just going to resell that somewhere. try to resell it anyway. I got this piece on here, but I need to make it fit better. You can see it, how it doesn't really line up very good. So I'm gonna make that work better. Not hard to do. I just have to do it. That's all. What else would I got going here? This aftermarket steering pinion, rack and pinion. Well, this bracket, or whatever to call it, rod, doesn't fit into the knuckles. So the knuckles, I thought the knuckles were wrong, but I did some measuring and stuff, and it seems like this rod has a little bit too much meat on the sides. So what I did was I just shaved a little bit off the flat sides, and they fit fine now. Okay, and the steering column had a 1-inch D rod sticking out, so I had to get another. I ordered another knuckle for that, which I got. I got that. Let's see, it's in that yellow bag right there. So I think that was that. I got some rubbers. I got this rubber for that goes here for the hood. That way I could fit the hood on. I got these stops here. I ordered those. I couldn't get the windshield rubber, but I got the back window rubber, fender skirt rubber, door rubbers, the J rubbers. I didn't get these rubbers yet. I didn't want to go too far in advance, because then it's just a bunch of parts laying around. So I have to figure out what I'm doing with this antenna. I wonder if they have an antenna that I don't need to put on the fender. Maybe I can bypass the antenna some other way. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna wait until I figure this out, if I have to weld this up or not. These are just holes for some reason. They probably had something sitting there. I have no idea what people are doing. Anyway, I'm gonna buff out the firewall. As it's drying, you can see how it's losing its luster, I guess you could say. But it's dry. It's drying really well. Let's see. Oh yeah, I bought this cushion. Oops, I bought this cushion here, so I got that ready to go. They sell a rubber that goes on the outside here to make it look nicer. I don't think I want to get that. It was a little pricey just for a rubber, just to make it look good. I mean, it's not too bad the way it is, but what are you going to do, right? Let's see, I got the ground. I made a couple of ground wires. Let's see, I made one from the frame to the body. I made that long one that's hanging. That one there is going to be to the motor. I just have to finish that end, but I got to make sure I got it, the motor and tranny in, to make the length correct. The red wires for the the starter, and the ones that go in the trunk are hooked up to the frame. One's to the frame, the other one is just sitting there. I just gotta figure out what size battery I'm gonna put in this. It's probably gonna be a bigger size battery, because I'm gonna have more electric components. I have to figure out the battery box. I was reading some stuff about that, and they recommend a battery box if you're going to put it in the trunk, because of the battery fumes that go into the car, and the fumes are not very good for you. So I'm going to get me a box, and you put a vent tube through the box to out through the floor, and that way you don't die. Okay, let's see. After I do all this, I'm going to go hunting for a motor, and I think the tranny, I'm going to use my 400 tranny I got for now. I'll replace the tranny later if I want to. But I'm going to work on this next. When I get back from my vacation, I'm going to look into the motors and stuff and order some more shit. And I'm going to Connecticut to visit my family for a week starting tomorrow. So I wanted to drop this video today, make sure I'm up to date with everything here. So I got, let me see, did I do anything back here? No, just the same shit. I just gotta figure out the wiring stuff. I wanted to order some dome lights for this car that go in the back. They're ridiculously expensive. So I was looking into aftermarket. They have aftermarket lights with LEDs in them, and you can get them for like 1/4 the cost of what they want for reproduction 55 Chevy lights. So I think I'm going to go with the aftermarket ones. I just got to find out how big they are, because in the ads they don't really have what size they are, because I don't want them too big. They have to be close to the same size as the other ones, but that's about that. Anyway, did I mention I got the parts back from the sandblaster? I put primer on them. That one, that center, and the cowl vent. I got them back from the sandblasters. This one needs a little body work here. Got a nice size dent here. Then I got little dents not everywhere, but little dents here and there. I got to fix all that stuff. This is gonna look nice. I got that. I painted that. I don't know if you remember my other video, but I painted this thing to go on the silver. The silver here. I think this goes here, right? No. It goes here like that. There you go. It goes like that. So I think that's going to look nice. I don't know, if it doesn't, I can always repaint it, but that's going to be there. And then it's moving a little too far forward for that, but I got these all painted also. Ordered a shitload of stuff here. These stainless steel Allen head, button head bolts and stuff. Ordered 2 different packages. I ordered these. This is something I wanted to show you guys. This I ordered this for 2 gauge wire. I ordered 1 hole 5/16 and 1 hole 3/8. Now they're supposed to be the same for both wires, but look at the difference. They're supposed to be for 2 gauge. So what I did was I just filled them with solder and put the wiring in, because this one is way too big and this one is very snug for the 2 gauge. For when I made those ground cables for over near the front of the car, see the holes bigger. This is smaller. The hole's smaller. This one's bigger. So you got, and they're supposed to be the same. 2 gauge. It says right here, 2 gauge. 2 gauge. I don't know why they put a dash, a /0, but maybe that's the difference. I don't know. I'm not an electric kind of guy, so I don't know the reasons they do these things, but I use these and they're working. I'm sure they're grounding pretty nice. So anyway, I wanted to give you guys a heads up on that, because the difference. They're supposed to be both for 2 gauge. Anyway, that's that. I've been going through my nuts and bolts, separating all the stuff I got, because I had boxes of I don't know, leftover bolts and nuts and bolts and stuff. So I have plenty of nuts and bolts, and I went out and bought more, which was you know, something that I do. I don't know. Anyway, so let's see, we're moving right along, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yeah, I wanted to ask a question if anybody knows an answer. The wires that go to the starter and all those wires that run across here, I want to hide them, but do I hide them behind that lip, or do I hide them inside and drill a hole somewhere over here to bring them out? I really rather not drill a hole if I can help it, and I just wanted some advice. I'll end up doing, if I don't get advice, I'll end up doing something that I figure out anyway. But I want to figure out what to do with the wiring to hide it. If anybody has any advice or examples, maybe you can point me to a video somebody did or something like that, because I'd like to hide the wires. Anyway, that would be helpful to me. I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody's help. If you don't mind liking and subscribing to my channel, that would be awesome too. Share the videos with your friends and neighbors. I'm looking into buying the chrome radiator sport with the big ass radiator and what do you call it? Air conditioning radiator. What do you call it? Condenser. I'm looking to buy that piece. I mean, it's going to be a little pricey, but it's nicer than what I got. Okay, and it's pretty cool. Anyway, that's enough of me rambling on. I'm like a rambler. I think that was all I wanted to show you guys. Boom. That's it. Hope everyone's having a great day, and I will get back on this car when I get back from my vacation, going out to Connecticut to see my family 1 week. So this is going to stay as it is for a week until I get back, and then I'm shopping. Okay, have a great day. Take care. Bye.